students, I am your geography teacher Vandana Joshi and you are watching SST2. Students, in the previous video of chapter Geography as a Discipline, we have studied about what is geography, what is the reason behind to study geography and what is the relation between other subjects and geography. Today, in the second video of the chapter Geography as a Discipline, we will study few more topics in which we are going to study about the branches of geography which are based upon two type of approaches. First is the systematic approach which has been given by Alexander von Humboldt, and the second is based on the regional approach. The regional approach has been given by Carl Ritter, and in these approaches we will study few branches of geography. Here in the first approach, branches of geography, systematic approach, we will study three branches, that is physical geography, human geography and biogeography. Under these topics, in the physical geography, the different features we will study. In the human geography also we will study few different features of human geography, and then after that the biogeography we will study. Then after that, in the branches of geography, we will study it according to the regional approach. As name is showing, here the approach is based upon the area. So here we will study some areal differentiation and few other topics which are based upon the area or the proper given region. Here it is also further divided into four types, that is area study or regional study, regional planning, regional development and regional analysis. These points we will study with the help of few flowcharts and few points. So let's start our today's video with our first topic, that is branches of geography. What do you mean by the branches of geography? Students, the branches of geography where the geography that we can study into the different approaches. All the subjects are having their own approaches. No one subject can be studied by without any approach. So here geography is also having two type of approaches where it is divided into two branches. The approaches are systematic approach and the regional approach. Where the systematic approach means in a proper manner we have to study the parts of geography. The systematic approach has been given by Alexander von Humboldt in 1769 to 1859. Here, the main thing is that in the systematic approach, the geography can be studied into the proper system. Means, we know that first the physical features were originated. So, here we have to study the physical features. Then after that, the interaction of human being also done in that. So the second part of in systematic approach is the human geography. And then after that, the interaction between the physical features and the human being is coming under the biogeography, which are the main important part of our systematic approach. In the other hand, the regional approach. We know that the earth is based upon its geographical structure in which we are having the different type of reliefs. These reliefs are known as the regions of a given particular area. So here the regional approach is based upon the aerial studies of the different given parts of the earth, which has been proposed by Carl Ritter in 1779 to 1859. So the systematic approaches we know, that is a system to study geography. Here in the regional approaches, there are some proper management through which we can study the regional approaches, where first we have to do study on the approach. Then after that, the proper planning is there to study that approach, and then after that, what developments can be possible on that particular part of the region, and then after that what will be the result after being analyzed. So in the analysis we can analyze what are the result, and accordingly we will get some output from that approach. So here we will see some more differences between the systematic approach and the regional approach. So first let's see what is the systematic geography or the systematic approach of geography. The study of a specific geographical factor over the earth or its part is called the systematic approach in geography, and it presents an integrated form of the area. The geographical factor may be climate, then the climate of the world as a whole is studied. The climatic types and subtypes are recognized over the globe. Similarly, the study of agriculture of India may be done, meaning to say all the physical, human or the biological parts are being studied in the systematic approach. In the other hand, in the regional geography studies a particular region with reference to all geographical factors. Means in the systematic approaches we have studied about all the things which are available over the earth. But in the regional approach we have to study about the particular given area and all the geographical features in that particular given area. Like in the systematic approach we have to study about earth, so in the regional approach we have to study about the different continent or different countries or the different states. It presents isolated form of area and each region is studied in its total setting in every aspects, physical as well as the human. So here we can understand that systematic geography is the study of the whole, whereas the regional geography is the study of a given particular area of the earth. Now let's look out to the first approach, that is known as the systematic approach, and it is further divided into the physical geography, human geography and the biogeography. First, let's see what is the physical geography. Physical geography, where we have to study about the physical features of earth, in which it is divided into four major types, that is geomorphology, climatology, hydrology and the soil geography or pedogenesis. At first, geomorphology is devoted to the study of landforms, their evolution and related processes. Second, the climatology. It is the study of structure of atmosphere and elements of weather and climates and climatic types and regions. Hydrology studied the realm of water over the surface of the earth, including oceans, lakes, rivers, and other water bodies, and its effect on different life forms, including human life and their activities. Number 4 is the soil geography or pedology. Is devoted to study the process of soil formation, soil types, their fertility status, distribution and their uses. Second approach is human geography. Human geography is also divided into various parts, that is the social or cultural geography, population and settlement geography, economic geography, historical geography and the political geography, where the social cultural geography stands for the study of society and its spatial dynamics as well as the cultural elements contributed by the society. Population and settlement geography is based upon two areas, that is rural and the urban. It studies population growth, distribution, density, sex ratio, migration and occupational structure. Settlement geography studies the characteristics of rural and urban settlement. Economic geography stands for the studies of economical activity of the people, including agriculture, industry, tourism, trade and transport, infrastructure and services, etc. Historical geography studies the historical processes through which the space gets originated. Every region has undergone some historical experiences before attaining the present day status. The geographical features also experiences temporal changes, and these form the concern of historical geography. Next is the political geography. Looks at the space from the angle of political events and studies boundaries. Space relations between neighboring political units and delimitation of constituencies, election scenario, and develops theoretical framework to understand the political behavior of the population. And the third approach is biogeography. Biogeography is a study where we have to study about all the physical features in which we can include all the living or the biotic organism of the environment, in which we have to study about different type of floras, faunas and the ecosystem. So it is further divided into the plant geography, zoo geography, ecosystem and environmental geography. Plant geography stands for the floras or the natural vegetation in their habitats, whereas the geography stands for the spatial patterns and geographical characteristics of animals and their habitats, or we can say the studies of faunas. In the third one, that is ecology, deals with the scientific study of the habitats characteristics of species, where we have to see the interaction between the human beings and the other biotic and abiotic components of our environment. Then environmental geography is related to the realization of environmental problems such as land degradation, pollution and concern for conservation has resulted in the introduction of these new branches in geography, which we can study about the natural vegetation, biodiversity in the human beings as well as in our environment, and how to conserve them. If we will go through the branches of geography which are based on the regional approaches, let's look out this flowchart. The branches of geography according to the regional approaches are divided into four parts, that is regional study or the area study, regional development, regional analysis and the regional planning. The regional approaches are the part of the practical part of geography, where the regional studies stand for the comprising macro, meso and micro regional studies, means to say we have to study in the different bases of the regions to the area study. And if you will see the regional development means what are the development has been possible in that given area is coming under the regional development. Next is the regional analysis. Regional analysis is the result of all the practices done in the regional approaches, where we can include many type of things like the techniques, some cartography, about human interaction, their settlement, their migration, surveying method, and many more things. And at the last, the regional planning. Regional planning is also having of two types, as the regional are divided into two parts, that is country or the rural areas and the towns or the urban areas. So what are the plannings in the rural and the urban areas in the settlement, migration, political and economical, that are to be studied in the regional planning. Students, now you have seen what are the branches of geography according to the different approaches. As the book Fundamentals of Physical Geography is based upon the physical features of Earth. So that is very important. What is the importance of the physical geography? So here we will see our next topic, which is the important part of the book, that is importance of physical geography. Means why we are going to study the physical geography. Physical geography is the base where we have to study about the atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, as well as the combination of these all three spheres into the biosphere. As these all four are the important part of the physical geography. So at very first, in the upcoming chapters, we will study about first the lithosphere, where we will study about the origin of the lithosphere. In which we will study first about the origin of universe, origin of solar system, origin of earth, and then after that the origin of lithosphere. After forming the lithosphere, the earth also formed its own hydrosphere and the atmosphere. So that will be also studied in the various chapters of this book in the different unit about the atmosphere and the hydrosphere, where we will study about the water bodies, oceans, their waves and the currents, and in the atmosphere we will study about the different type of climatic zone and about the atmospheric structure of our earth. And then after that, at very last, we will study about the biosphere of our earth, where we will study about the natural vegetation, wildlife, and the biodiversity and the conservation of the biodiversity. So here in the book, the physical features are very important because which is based upon our this year whole study, and second book is also based upon the physical features of India. Students, as the important topics of the chapters are completed, so now let's see some miscellaneous topics of the chapter. So first miscellaneous topic is Van Mahotsava. We have celebrated Van Mahotsava or Plantation Day in our school. So what is it and how it is maintain the ecological balance? Let's see. We plant so many trees because the trees are natural resources and are helpful to us in many ways. The trees maintain ecological balance in few ways, as the plants and animals are interlinked and interdependent on each other and the physical environment. They together constitute ecosystem. Trees absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and release oxygen, and also add water vapors to atmosphere through transpiration. Trees are also helpful to prevent soil erosion and provide shelter to animals. So it is important to celebrate Van Mahotsava or the Plantation Day and to plant more and more trees to conserve our environment. Next miscellaneous topic is the system of interdependence in geography. We know that world is a system of interdependence. The present world is being provided as a global village. The distance has been reduced by better means of transportation, increasing accessibility. The audiovisual media and information technology have enriched the database. The technology has provided better chances of monitoring natural phenomena as well as in economical and social para. Geography, as an integrating discipline, has interfaced with numerous natural and social sciences. Modern scientists techniques like GIS and computer categories keep us in development of natural level, and it is showing the interdependence of each other onto the system. Our third miscellaneous topic is modern viewpoint of geography. We know that geography as a discipline is a separate branch of science which describes the earth. Just as geology is a study of rocks, zoology of animal, botany of plant, geography is the study of an area and its environment. Geography is concerned with real differences and distributional relationship. It is therefore known as a chronological science also. Geography studies differences of place and people. It studies areas and all its natural and human features. Geography deals with the general environment studies of a region along with its chief characteristics, and it is the modern viewpoint of geography. Now at the end of the video, here are few multiple choice questions which will be helpful to you to know more about the chapter Geography as a Discipline. So here the question number 1 is: Geography studies the differences of phenomena usually related in different parts of Earth's surface. Who give this definition? Options are Humboldt, Redgel, Kumari Semple, and Alfred Hartner. Answer is Alfred Hartner. Question number 2. Geography is concerned with the description and explanation of the areal differentiation of the Earth's surface. Who said it? Options are Herodotus, Eratosthenes, Richard Hartshorne, and Galileo. Answer is Richard Hartshorne. Question number 3. We study under physical geography: weather, soil, atmosphere, etc., agriculture, population, industry, or urban and rural settlement. Answer is weather, soil, atmosphere, etc. Question number 4. Which of the following is not studied under economic geography? A. Agriculture, B. Industry, C. Transport, and D. Population. Answer is population. Next question is: who developed regional geography? Options are Humboldt, Karl Ritter, Kumari Semple, and Alfred Hartner. Answer is Karl Ritter. Next question: under which approach is the world divided into regions at different hierarchical levels, and then all the geographical phenomena in a particular regions are studied? Options are systematic approach, physical approach, dualism approach, or regional approach. Answer is regional approach. Last question is: who developed systematic geography? Options are Humboldt, Karl Ritter, Kumari Semple, or Alfred Hartner. Answer is Humboldt. Friends, here our chapter Geography as a Discipline is complete. In our next video, we will study about the origin and evolution of Earth. For that, keep watching SST Joe.